Gould.
Present.
George Nash.
Present. Okay, I'll welcome everybody, and I'll introduce to our members and audience, Nick Holden, our new planning commission.
Welcome, Nick.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in today, Nick.
You're welcome. Thank you, sir. Okay, can I get motion to approve the agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda of January 10th Planning Commission agenda with the addition of the annual election of officers.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, approval of the minutes for November 8th of 2023.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as presented for the Planning Commission meeting November 8th, 2023.
And second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. Good to go. Public comments on anything that's not on the agenda, and you will have 3 minutes. And I will time.
Understood. So I would have had a copy for Dean, but my printer was on the fritz today.
Okay.
I got most of you here.
And
What was your
everybody
name?
gets,
What's your name again, please?
Kieran Pacheco.
Could you spell that?
everybody pass your
B-R-A-S-C-H.
handout up to me, please,
Why?
because it disrupts the meeting when you hand this out individually. They're looking at it, you can put it on the table over there, and then from now on,
Okay, you're taking up my 3 minutes to argue with something that happens at all kinds of public meetings, and I have done at the board meetings here multiple times. So can we restart that 3
I
minutes?
just, when you throw paper up here, I even get irritated with the planner when he gives us extra paperwork that should have been to it before. I don't want them dealing with that, where we can't deal with what we're dealing with. So, carry
Well,
on.
what I was going to reference was what I was handing out, and it is just 1 page, sir. So I will explain and restart my 3 minutes, please. That is the Metamora Principles of Governance. That is what the board, including Ann here, signed less than 3 years ago for the standard of conduct for anyone representing Metamora Township, including the zoning administrator, any of you. And please read it thoroughly. Please make sure you get a copy, and if he doesn't give you a copy, you can get one from Sue. So go through those. It's got ethics, impartiality, all those principles that we as professionals should strive for anyway, but it lays it out there, and I think that's a very good document to follow. Because at the end of the day, when you go home and at the end of your life, when you think about what you've done in the world, there's only you that you get the answer to, right? Because I know how intergenerationally entwined things are around here in this township. And I know how people are friends for like decades, and then we've got family members, and even on this board, we have family members. And so think about that, because especially with conflicts of interest, a lot of people don't get that training. I got that training in grad school for journalism, but somebody who was a teacher didn't get that training, or not much of it anyway. But you have the opportunity to learn what that means to you and in this setting. So there are websites out there. MTA, that is an MTA sponsored document. That is the Michigan Townships Association. Please do as much learning as you can. There's so much available for free on their website. Most of you have a smartphone. It's right there for free for you. Or someone could print things out for you if you don't use smartphones. MML, Michigan Municipal League, which this township is a member of Michigan Municipal League, has all sorts of documents on their website, again, for free. There is an ethics booklet. There is a booklet that is about what is your role here. So please learn about it. And I want to say especially because, there's bias. We all have bias. And in journalism school, we talk about our bias every single day. You may not have learned what your bias is.
Okay, time's up. Thank you.
I don't think you gave me a full 3 minutes, George.
I think we did.
No, I don't think you did, George. And you can do better. Please do read that document, George, that's in front of you.
I've got it for the last handout you wanted to trash the board with, so that's okay.
George, I can file another complaint about your conduct today, which again I'm recording.
Anyone else care on public time? Okay.
George,
Oh. Very good.
Darlene, do you need a spelling? Person House, 5047 Blood Road, Metamora, Michigan. I didn't have anything to say tonight, but now I do. I'm embarrassed by the behavior that I just witnessed from the people who were elected and appointed on this board. Well, not really the people, it was one person. Everybody by now should know how to spell Karen's last name because she's been speaking to you for a long time. That was intended to disrupt her train of thought, in my opinion.
It wasn't.
As I stated, in my
She doesn't
opinion,
sign
you're
it.
interrupting my time, Darlene, thank you.
Go right ahead.
It is legal to pass out papers during a public comment period. You, George, again, obstructed what she was trying to do. It wasn't necessary. It's just another, I don't even know how to describe it, don't know how to describe it. It's another embarrassment. That's all I'm gonna say for now, because if I say more, I won't be pleased with myself with what I have to say. I'm just really disappointed.
Okay, thank you. Okay, moving on. Okay, new business. Mr. Joe Israel, would you like to kind of cover for the planners that isn't here tonight?
I would be honored to, ladies and gentlemen of the Planning Commission, our audience, our applicants, and it's Dad Bill. I don't know. So what we have in front of us is a sign application for Andy's Market. A new person, this gentleman here bought the store up here, and they're going to be refacing the pole sign. And the pole sign is staying the same. They're not adding any more lights, they're not putting flashers, streamers. They're changing the top of the sign that is putting their new sign up there saying Andy's Market. That sign is 20 feet off the road, or no, 20 feet tall and 35 feet off the road. So they meet everything on the sign ordinance on that. It's 90 square feet. And then we go into the proposed wall sign. The wall sign can be a maximum of 20% of the wall surface area or 120 square feet maximum. They're proposing a sign that's 122 square feet. So they're going to exceed the ordinance and an allowed area by 2 square feet. The rest of the report that Rowe Engineering did, there is nothing standing out of anything. There's nothing noted that they've got any conflict with anything. They did a very thorough review again at Rowe Engineering, another good company that works with us. And if we get all the way to the back of it, they've got 2 pictures of the proposed, and that's from the sign company. And as you can see, it's the same sign that they have with just a different name. And then we get to the wall sign, and the wall sign's going above the front doors. And the only problem we have is there's 2 additional square feet. So in a nutshell, to explain it real simple, if you had a $100 bill, you would be allowed 20% or a $20 bill of it. And these folks want to put a $20 bill and 2 singles, make it a 22. And so the owner is here. And if you have some information that you'd like to address the board with,
Sure.
I would give you that opportunity now.
Sure. So actually, we just like what we said, like only 2 square feet, that's what we're looking for. So the max is 120. So we got 32 plus 90 square feet is gonna be above the store in a building.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I think you concur with everything I presented, right?
Yeah, right.
What is your name, sir?
Eddie Sido. Actually, I found a number with the Andy's Market also, we related, so I'm doing the sign for them. I want a sign company.
Global sign.
Yes.
Yep.
And this sign company, are they here? That's gonna-
This is, yep, he's the sign company.
Oh, he's himself.
Yeah, I thought he might have been the owner, but yeah, I was mistaken.
Yeah.
So you concur that you're looking for 2 square feet larger than what's allowed.
Correct.
And so that's up to the planning commission to make a decision. based on our ordinance, based on a review of our professional planner, they're 2 square feet bigger. And so, typically, the planning commission reviews all signs, site plans, everything for conformance with the ordinance. The planning commission's not really allowed to waive the ordinance. They would have to go through a ZBA to get 2 additional square feet. So if there's any questions for me,
I
yes?
just have a quick question. You explained it as a $100 bill and a $20 bill. That would be 20% larger, right? Isn't this only like less than 2% larger?
Okay, so what I explained was they're allowed 20% of the area. So if you had a $100 bill, they would be allowed a $20 bill. They're proposing $22. They're going 2% greater. And the sign company confirmed that, they're asking
Yes.
for 2.
Just want to make sure it was 2% and not 20%.
All right, Mr. Sign Company, is there any problem with reducing that 2 square feet? A little bit off each side? Wow.
Actually, like in the sketch, that's how it looks like. Unfortunately, we have to downsize it a little bit. That's all we need to do. So it's gonna affect like if we got that size.
If we keep giving it to you, we gotta keep giving it to everybody else. They only want a 3 foot or a 2.5 foot. Therein lies the problem.
Actually, we would like to make it bigger, but we can't. But the thing is, like it's set back, like way back from the main street. Is it? You know how deep is it? The store from the main street is it?
Yeah, but it's your road sign that's catching everybody's attention anyways. That's just a secondary sign.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
they're not looking at that sign, they're looking at the road sign. So being a secondary sign, I don't see the reason to have it 2 foot larger,
Yeah.
2 square feet larger.
I see.
Being a secondary sign.
There was a
All
sign,
the attention is on the road sign.
Right.
there was a sign there before on the side of the building.
Right,
Yeah.
that was compliance.
That was in compliance, so
Yeah.
cannot
Well-
you shave 2 feet, 1
If we
foot?
keep making exceptions, then we keep running into trouble.
Right.
Yeah,
Therein lies
that's
the
exactly.
big problem.
We'll
Can you
let-
cut it down 2 square feet?
Yeah, we can do that, but if you guys allow us like the way it is, because like we submit the drawing the way it is, like proportion. So the other sign was like the height was less, but was width-wise was more than what we put right now, because I took the old signs down there.
But they didn't exceed the amount.
Yeah, it's only 2 square feet is difference. Yeah.
So if I could say one thing to everybody here, the planning commission doesn't have the authority
Right.
to grant a variance, and that would be considered a variance. So the planning commission's just here to accept the application,
Right.
approve the application as is, or approve the application to meet ordinance. And then if you disagree with their opinion and their ruling, then you'd have to do a ZBA, a zoning board of appeals, and appeal the planning commission's decision to the ZBA.
Yeah. That's okay. We can like reduce it 2 square feet. You're just gonna take the 120 then.
That'd be probably better than going to the ZBA.
Right.
because-
Okay.
If you meet, we can probably handle it
Because
pretty
we
good
could
tonight.
approve it if he agrees to make it,
That's
Right,
Right.
And under the it will be.
and if he doesn't like it, then he can go to the ZBA
That's right.
That'd be correct.
and ask for 2 more square
That's
feet.
right. But as we could recommend the township, hopefully that they, with the reduced size, will be okay. Okay. Any more on the side you want to talk about?
That's it. That's all I have.
Pretty good? Okay. Can we get a motion on the sign for Andy's Market that he wants to put on his building that we suggested be reduced 2 square feet in size to meet the zoning ordinance?
I'll make that motion with the stipulation that he signs something guaranteeing that he'll reduce it, the 2 feet, 2 square feet.
Stick with the standards.
Yeah, with our,
And that was,
So
Yeah,
the
would be-
motion then should state that, send a new application in showing the correct size.
oh, okay, and present just to the clerk
Yes.
a new application. You don't have to come back to us.
Sure. Thank you.
but your recommendation to the township, okay, if they get all that stuff signed.
Exactly.
If you read the reduction.
Yeah, if you resubmit it with
Sure.
new
No problem.
things stating that.
Okay.
You gonna vote on it?
It's okay if we email, right?
Somebody
Because-
emotional.
Okay, let's have a roll call vote on the.
No, somebody's gotta support it.
All support.
I mean, somebody said support. Okay. Yes.
Roll call.
Roll call vote, Dan Miller is absent, Tom Wise,
Aye. Or yes.
Andrew Derderian,
Yes.
Phil Bellinger,
Yes.
Nick Holden,
Yes.
Lance Gould,
Yes.
George Nash.
Yes. Okay. Now we got another,
Appreciate you guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Another agenda, okay.
Thank you.
Annual election of office. One,
Well, Kenny's not there anymore, wasn't he something? I can't even remember.
the only thing I thought
Yeah, you might have-
needed was a secretary.
We make the new, you guys sanitary?
That's why they usually get stuck, yeah.
Oh, boy.
You guys gotta pay the price.
I was gonna say, what's required of secretary?
Just sign it there.
George, do you still want to be chairperson?
Darlene does all
I
this.
said, do you still want to be chairperson?
Yes, he does.
And,
Unless you want.
no, I can't.
Okay.
Yeah, she's trustee, she
I'm
can't.
a trustee, I cannot be.
Okay. I don't see anything, I didn't think we were up for that. I did have on my agenda to get a new secretary, seeing as Kevin Isley's gone.
Well, we could have a motion to,
You make, own the,
well,
secretary
no,
job.
we'll keep the current slate,
Yeah.
the positions, and then nominate Nick to be the secretary for this year.
Okay.
As long as everybody's in agreement.
You just be the last guy out. Sorry. Soon drop the paperwork, you just sign it if you're happy with it.
I didn't know my autograph was that much demand.
You should be here.
Oh,
I say it's here about 8 years.
oh,
Oh, gotcha.
okay, all right.
Yes.
All right, so I'll just make a motion to keep all the officer positions as it is, with George Nash as chairperson, Lance Gould as vice chair, and Nick Holden as secretary.
I'll second it.
Okay, now they asked a question to our recording secretary. Has Kevin Isley signed everything he's ever needed to sign? But there again, I don't know if
No.
Nick could sign it.
No,
You'll have to be.
November minutes need to be.
He will have to be.
November minutes were approved this,
Okay.
so they want it to be signed.
So I should have to pay all fines.
We'll figure it out.
How is that how it works? Is that hopefully the fund got that there.
Sounds like you're
We
cutting
got a
down
motion on
souls.
the floor.
I'll sign it.
We got it now.
Down souls.
Okay,
Motion made,
yeah.
to keep the board as the same, except Nick Holden will take over the secretary duties.
Secretary of Defense.
You probably do better than the one we got.
Yeah.
You do better than what we got.
Let's vote on it.
Okay, motion made. We got,
We have still second.
Still seconded. Okay, let's roll call.
A roll call vote on the election of officers. Dan Miller is absent, Tom Wise,
Yes.
Andrew Derderian,
Yes.
Phil Bellinger,
Yes.
and Nick Holden,
Yes.
Lance Gould,
Yes.
and George Nash.
Yes. Okay. I'll go on the other agenda now, see what that is. We don't have any communication, committee reports. we have any more to discuss? Other than Joe said. No planners report, did he forward anything to you?
I'm happy to announce that there is no planner's report.
Other than he's absent?
There's nothing going on. That's right.
Yeah.
It's January.
Okay, we're looking for one more motion.
Motion to adjourn.
We'll be eating tacos by the end of the month.
Motion made to adjourn.
Second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?